we have an update on Charlotte Flair's major injury that's going to keep her out for at least the next 9 months. What happened? How did this happen? What exactly we think the injury is right now? I'm going to tell you all of that and more in this video. Before I do, though, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Okay, so obviously Charlotte Flair, multiple time women's world champion, multiple time everything in WWE. It was a big blow losing her and in the way that they did. It was announced this week that Charlotte Flair was going to be out of action for at least the next 9 months with a very serious knee injury. We have now learned from the good folks over at PW Insider that Flair actually suffered this injury during a match on SmackDown with Asuka, and it happened around the time that she took a fall in the match. And PW Insider also states that the actual injury is a torn ACL, MCL, and meniscus. And also, on top of all of that, she also seemed to have strained her neck during a fall. So obviously, that is not great. I mean, the combination of all of those things note that this is a very serious knee injury. And obviously, we all hope that Charlotte Flair gets back in the ring because, as I know that many wrestling fans, pundits, commentators, all that kind of stuff may have criticisms of her and her style. The truth is that she is one of the best at this in the ring, like as a character. Like she's really good, and WWE is worse off without her than they are with her. And I really hope that she does get back. Now, moving on to, you know, what this could look like. Obviously, plans for WrestleMania are kind of out the window, and it looks like she's going to be out well into 2024. I believe that the quote from one of WWE's tweets was that she was going to be out for 9 months. That takes out a lot of things. There was talk that you could do the Four Horsewomen main event at WrestleMania this year, WrestleMania 40, with it sounding more and more likely that Mercedes Moné, also known as Sasha Banks, could be back on her way or into WWE. You would think that, hey, maybe we could have seen that. It doesn't look like we're going to get that at Mania. Could we get that at a bigger show or another big show? Possibly. But it again speaks to the fact that this is a big blow for WWE because Charlotte like recently came back. This isn't something where like, you know, we're used to seeing her on TV. Like she recently came back from a bit of a hiatus, and you know, I think that it's just on one hand it's extremely unfortunate for her because she again is one of the best in the world, and being away from the ring obviously has to be hard on her, but you know, I know that there are going to be fans who are more upset by this. There are going to be, you know, Charlotte Flair fans especially who are very upset by this because no matter what you think, it might not be your cup of tea. She's a draw. That plain and simple. Charlotte Flair is a draw. This is someone who keeps fans coming back, and when you lose someone like that for long periods of time, multiple times, you know, it makes fans, I'm not going to say turn away from the product, but it definitely doesn't have you don't have the incentive there as much to be a fan as you would if she was there. Now, as far as, you know, what's next, what a return could look like, there's a lot of things to talk about there. Obviously, assuming rehab goes well, it looks like maybe she'll be back around the time of, I would say, October, November. So like Survivor Series next year is probably a good timetable for her return. Like again, assuming everything goes right, this is a very serious knee injury. When you have the combination of a torn MCL, ACL, and meniscus, that's like one of the worst knee injuries that you could possibly have. So obviously you want to be careful. There's always a possibility of setbacks. Her surgery, for what it's worth, is scheduled for around the holidays. I believe that there might be some, you know, there might be some, you know, scheduling things just because it is so deep into December, but She's going to have surgery, it sounds like, pretty soon. And you would think 9 months from like the end of the year, that's September. And then you also have to account for, if there is a setback, you have to account for, getting ring ready. Like not just being ready to go as far as your knee and being healthy. You also have to prepare to be in that ring. And when you have like a major knee surgery like Charlotte Flair looks like she's going to have, it's going to take you a while to get back, not back up to speed, but just be comfortable. I think like there have been previous wrestlers who have talked about this, previous athletes. That's the word I was looking for, not that word I just said. They're previous athletes who've spoken about the coming back from these injuries, and you're not the same mentally. It really is a mental thing, trying to, land right like you used to, or trying to do the same moves. Like Rollins talked about this in like a documentary he did back in the WWE Network days, and he like spoke about how like it took him a while to feel comfortable, like not even just doing the stuff that he used to do. Like Rollins never really got back to like he's obviously still one of the most athletic people in WWE, but he never got back to like the Tyler Black like early Seth Rollins like that we knew. He kind of changed up his style a little bit. Yeah, less of a high flying offense. Like he still did the high flying stuff from time to time, but it was less prevalent in his week to week presentation on TV. Now, and again, like coming back from that and getting back healthy and making sure that you feel right. Like you trust your knee. You trust this surgically repaired part of your body to hold up. That is a big factor in this. So Charlotte Flair is, again, one of the best to do this. She is a hell of an athlete, way better than I will ever be. So I have no doubt in my mind that she's going to be back when she's good and ready, and she's going to be doing this at highest level as she possibly can. And she might win a title or two and, break her dad's record, which will be a moment. Like, say what you want about Ric Flair and all that stuff, but Charlotte Flair winning that world title for another time, or another few times, I should say. She's probably going to win it like 6, 7 more times. And breaking that world championship record is going to be an awesome moment. So kudos to Charlotte Flair. Hopefully, well wishes, I should say, to Charlotte Flair. Hopefully surgery goes well. Can't wait to see her back. Guys, I want to hear from you. What do you guys think about this video, this news? Let me know in the comments section below. If you haven't already done so, also be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more updates. Until next time, keep it real.